going to head back over here right now and get a look at Mark, and still a lot of people anxious to see him, anxious to see everybody in this history-making event. Okay, Mark, here it comes. The motorcade's coming. Everybody's excited. The cheerleaders have begun.
How you get this thing turned on? Right?
What's that you're asking?
I'm wondering how you get this. Somebody's supposed to come and turn this thing on for me. If not, this might take a minute.
Maybe you've got a special touch with your hand or something, and it'll just go. As you can see, everybody's wanting to get a piece of the action. He's signing autographs right now. Here come the police barricades. So the torch is just down the road.
Please back away from the roadway. Please back up off the roadway.
That excludes Mark. We'll let Mark stay close to the roadway. Mark, it's here. How you feel?
My mouth is like cotton right now, I'm telling you. And feel my palms, I'm telling you, they're sweaty.
They are. They're wet. They're wet. They are sweaty. And I promise you guys, Mark was not this nervous earlier this week. He was a little bit more calm about this whole thing. But it is definitely history in the making. It's been a long time, if not the first time ever, that the flame has come through the state of Alabama, the heart of Dixie. Throughout the state, there will be, I think, about 400 people carrying the torch throughout the state of Alabama today and tomorrow. Mark is number 109. That will be a number he will never soon forget. 109 is his number. Okay, here's the guy that is going to be lighting the torch, I believe. We're going to listen in.
Hold up the torch and the gentleman will give you the flame.
All right.
Can you hear that? This is it. This is going to be flames pretty soon.
What's it being lit with? What kind of gas and stuff?
This is propylene.
Oh, I can smell it. Can you smell it? Okay, Mark's torch is ready. Now we're just waiting for the torchbearer before him. Now you see this Georgia State Patrolman just passed us. There are 18 state troopers from Georgia that are following. Okay, we see the torchbearer now. She is coming. She's still going at a good pace. She's going good. Mark's about to get it. And there he goes. He's got 6/10 of a mile down the parkway.
Yeah, Cindy, this is Tom back in the studio. I understand he'll come to just about on top of the Oakwood overpass there. Now, someone is running along with him. Is that just members of the relay team, the caravan?
I believe that's part of the relay team. In some cases, I believe several people will run along with the designee who gets to take the torch itself.
Yeah. Well, he's getting real close here, so I guess you can take over from here, Rudy. Can you see him a little bit better now?
Much better vantage point. He is just about 100 yards away from me now, maybe 150. It just depends on my vantage point and my eyesight, but I'd say about 100 yards away from us now. And this 12-year-old is getting ready. She's getting prepped on how to hand off the torch, and it's pretty exciting.
Oh, it sure is. This is, like you were saying a short while ago there, this torch relay coming through our area has been building for several weeks now. And, of course, WAFF 48, a big part of the Olympic Games this year. And, gosh, just a short ways away. Opening ceremony is July 19th.
Tom, here comes the handoff right now, and we're going to talk to Mark, too, as he gets a chance to make that handoff. Okay, let's, Mark?
I didn't purchase it. Okay.
So how you feel, buddy?
Okay. Great. I mean, this is, you can't describe it. I mean, it's like having your child born, or the day you graduate, the day you get married. I mean, it was incredible.
You know, everyone I've talked to that down at the Space and Rocket Center, the folks downtown, the people who are observing this, saying it's a once-in-a-lifetime event. You've got to carry this torch. I had an opportunity to hold the torch. It really means something special, doesn't it?
Something, again, you can tell your kids and your grandkids, you know. Probably need to.
Trying to coordinate with Mark real quick and seeing where he's going to go. Mark did a fabulous job.
Thank you.
Of course, the latest leg of the torch relay is now making its second leg. It's heading to the Space and Rocket Center. 63 days in this leg of 84. Next stop, Space and Rocket Center. Then after that, onward to Atlanta. Tom, back to you in the studio.
Right, a lot of celebrating there, and Mark wasn't even out of breath. He did so good. Well, for those of you who can't get out to the Space and Rocket Center for the celebration, you can watch all the festivities here on Channel 48. We'll have special reports during the evening, and at 9 o'clock, we'll have a continuous coverage of the torch celebration live from the Space and Rocket Center. See it all on 48, your Olympic station. Thank you for being with us, everyone. See you.
Talk a little bit about the torch itself, which was interesting. Interesting for me. A little history. I didn't know it. I just carried the darn thing. But you know, there are I think 22 reeds on that torch, symbolic, I think, of the 22 modern Olympic Games. All sorts of history behind it. There you can see a portion. Hey, that's me. Linda Lunsford handing off to me there. That's at the, I think it's Georgia pecan handle, which I found interesting because my palms were sweaty and that thing got slippery on me.
You were holding it up there, though.
But I'm going to tell you, I had the death grip on that thing. They couldn't have pried it out of my hand.
We teased you so much about dropping it or tripping it. I knew that you would.
It was a wonderful and humbling experience. Right about there, I don't think I could swallow. I mean, my mouth was literally that dry, even that early on. Whose legs? My gosh, are those
Nice
my legs?
legs,
Oh, thank you very
Mark.
much. That's kind of ugly. But I mean, again, having my family and friends there, and it's the same for all of the torch bearers, being able to represent the community and having people you know there with you, sharing in it. So many people were chanting USA, USA, I mean, waving flags. And
we heard people chanting, go Mark, go Mark, go Mark, too.
It was all,
Yeah, it was
I mean,
great.
a little bit of everything. And, you know, it's one of those things that I compare, again, to maybe the birth of a child and getting married and things like that, just moments that you're never, ever going to forget in your entire life. And I can tell you the people that I was on the bus with today share those feelings. I mean, as I said earlier, everybody was just, we were all nervous, had butterflies, but once we did it, I mean, we were high-fiving, and it was a wonderful, wonderful experience. Truly wonderful.
Well,
I'll never
that
forget
big
it.
smile says it all, Mark. You
Yeah.
have the biggest smile I think I've seen in a long time.
I'm going to be smiling a while, I can tell you that.
Well, you know what? There's so much going on out here, and there's so many people here. We have our roving reporters out and about trying to just sample the local color. And I think Daryl Green's out there somewhere. Let's see if we can find him and see who he's caught up with.
Look at there. Hey, Daryl.
There's Michelle Boatway.
Hey, you guys wouldn't believe who I've just stumbled across, her own Michelle Boatway. I'll tell you, looking at the watch, if I'm not mistaken, we're about 47 minutes away from the arrival of the torch. I spent some time in Atlanta last year, but here recently, Michelle, I know you and a couple of the folks at the station spent some time in Atlanta prepping for the Olympics. What's it like over there? We know what it's like here.
Oh, the energy is incredible. It's so exciting. Everything is geared for the Olympics. The restaurants, they're going to have Olympic themes, special items on the menu.